Squeezing lemons and sporting rose-colored glasses with my fun, fearless, feisty, and sweet friend, Ory Allen, Ory for short. Today, we have a powerhouse of a woman in the studio. Not only is she a dedicated mom of two nearly adult young men, but she's also a multilingual entrepreneur who effortlessly converses in Spanish, French, and English. Plus, she is also fluent in sarcasm. As if that weren't impressive enough, she's a thriving realtor, a kickboxing enthusiast, a former kickboxing trainer, and a tireless advocate for her community who leads with kindness and friendship. Are you ready for an episode brimming with motivation, perseverance, and enthusiasm with this exceptionally humble woman who possesses the wisdom of a true champion, living life full on with a thankful attitude? Without further ado, buckle up, Buttercup. Here we go now. Meet my friend, Ory Allen. Good morning, everyone. Vicki Nevins here, and I have Oricel Allen with me, Ory for short, a Keller Williams signature partner in Wichita, Kansas. Ory, I am so tickled that you have made time for us today.
Thank you so much, Vicki, for inviting me. I am very excited to be here as your guest. You're one of the women I admire the most. You're such a badass. So this is just part of one of my accomplishments today, to be here with you. Thank you.
Oh, you are so kind. Flattery will get you everywhere, girl. Flattery is good. You good. Oh, and I admire you so much too. You know, there's not many people that I know that can speak 3 languages. What languages do you speak, Ory?
I was born and raised in Mexico, so I speak fluent Spanish. I learned to speak English as well since I've been here in the U.S. And I also learned to speak French. Sarcasm is another word.
4 languages. I speak fluent sarcasm. That's a good one. And you have a sense of humor. That's what I like too. And you know, nothing stops Ory. How early do you get up?
I get up by 5:30. I used to get up at 4:30. Now I'm slowing down. 5:30 is my time to wake up, exercise, and then the rest of the day, just tackle the rest of the day.
Your exercise is the normal exercise for most people, though. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
I used to teach kickboxing. I did it for a few years, and I really enjoyed the part of helping people with the workouts. I'm trying to make it fun. So it wasn't like a chore. Exercising, it takes discipline and consistency. So for them to take the time to come take my class, it was fun. And I was always appreciating the fact that they were coming and to take my class. So I really enjoyed that part, teaching kickboxing.
That's a pretty feisty and fearless type of activity. Does it give you confidence?
It gives you confidence for sure. I did meet a lot of students who started out of nothing, knowing nothing, and then they had so much energy at the end of the class. They had so much energy, so much self-confidence. They wanted to come back. We had a lot of laughs. We were always, you just create that bond amongst everyone, and then you just want to come back. You know, it just becomes like a family. We would play games as well that had to do anything with that fitness part. It cannot be boring. Otherwise, you just don't feel motivated.
Right. Who wants to get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning to have not fun?
Right. Yeah.
Right.
It has to be fun.
So if I say, are you a badass or are you in training?
I think from the beginning, you know who you are. You got to know who you are. So I am a badass woman, like a work in progress. I am always doing sort of self-reflection, wondering what I need to work on. What did I do wrong? Not to criticize myself, but I always know that I can do better. Always know I can do better. And I'm always checking what part of me I can work on, personal, professional. You always have to know your weaknesses and your skills, your strengths. You have to know yourself real well.
Can you share a little bit about your journey in pursuing your dreams and what's motivated you to take that path? Did you always dream of being a real estate agent?
No, I never thought I would be a real estate agent for sure. I wanted to work with people. I always knew I wanted to work with people. I grew up admiring my mother. She's the most badass person I know. So when you grow up looking up to someone, you always have to look up to someone, want to whoever. You have to know your people, and you have to create your own value, your embrace your own skills. And that's why I grew up. So I didn't know I was going to be a real estate agent. I started working in a middle school and I was helping families. So service has always been part of my nature. I really believe that we come into this world to help, and with that gift that you have to give it, because that's who you are. That's what you're here for. My gift was always service. As a realtor, I am here to service people.
How do you face self-doubt and fear?
Self-doubt, that's every day. Vicky, we're always making decisions. Throughout the entire day, we're always making decisions. We don't know if it's gonna go well or it's gonna go wrong. We have to make a decision. And some of them we don't need advice. We already know what is the right thing, what is the best thing to do, and others not. We're always facing fears constantly. Once you pass that and it goes well, you build that confidence. It goes wrong, you build that strength. So there is no wrong answer to that. There is always something good that you get out of it, whether it's something that you can accomplish today, but you will tomorrow, the next day. You just gotta keep working on that. I don't feel like I'm a self-confident person. I never felt that way. I feel like I'm always working on something, always. And my accomplishment is at the end of the day when I'm by myself and I'm like, are you happy? Yes, I feel good, you know? And it's not there's not the things that you are putting out there. It's how you feel at the end of the day. And I feel good. Sometimes I don't.
True. That's true. And that's a day by day and self-improvement. Let's see. Well, like this morning, I love the way that you pursue and persevere and your tenacity, your I don't give up spirit. This morning, as we were trying to log into our podcast, several of our streaming channels weren't allowing us to connect. And she was very determined to keep trying, no matter how many links we sent back and forth. And when the internet wasn't working, Ory stuck with it, and her elevator wasn't working in her office. And so one thing led to another, but here we are. So I would say that speaks to your personality and your characteristic highly. And that's how I think you handle adversity head on with, I think, all things that challenge you.
Yes, and you have to be thankful for those adversities that you face every day, every time, because life is not easy. You know, things are not given to us, to most of us, and you just gotta make the best of it. I was actually talking to one of my clients, and she says you have to deal with the cards that you have in life, and that is very true. You just deal with what you have, and you just face adversity. It's going to be okay. Yeah. Fear, yeah, we'll have it, but you're gonna be fine. You're gonna survive. So, and it's constantly just trying to reassure yourself that you're going to be fine. That is not the end of the world, and that
Truth.
things get complicated. Mhm.
One foot in front of the other, you will survive.
Yes, yeah, you will. That's for badass women.
Absolutely. So let's see, you are a mom to two nearly adult young men.
Correct. To
How did that
teenagers,
feel?
you know, it's challenging. It's not easy. It's saying like part of your heart going this way and the other one going that way, and it just full of emotions, excitement, and learning, because your kids are probably your best teachers in life. They teach you how to be a parent, and also they're young adults and they're different. You know, they want different things from you. They want less. They want more this, more that, and you just have to learn to be a different parent. We are constantly changing as well. The parent that you were yesterday, you cannot be now the same. You have to evolve constantly, and you gotta adjust to what they want to.
I see a lot of pride in your face when you speak about your boys.
I am very proud of those two boys. They're really good kids, and I think that's my biggest accomplishment.
Yeah. We just talked about resilience. How do you balance your dreams and responsibility?
I really don't see my responsibilities as something that I guess a lot of, I'm always creating that environment of thankfulness with whatever it is, you know, not enjoying this part for myself because I have to do that. When it comes to responsibilities, my job is my responsibility, but my job is part of me. It's what I love. I don't like doing things that I don't have to, but it's part of it. Being a responsible parent, being there for this, for that. As a woman, you have to split yourself in different parts. You gotta be the mom. You gotta take care of the house. You gotta take care of the bills. You gotta take care of the job, everything. But I mean, if we didn't have this, I just don't see myself doing anything else, anything different. I am so thankful for what I have. I'm so thankful for my life. I'm so thankful for my responsibilities as well. So if they're called responsibilities, I am very thankful and very proud of it. Mhm. I get to take care of my kids. I get to go to an office and work. I get to help my clients. It's part of my it's a journey, my
It is a
happiness.
journey. It is.
Yeah.
And it also is a different mindset than many other people. That shift makes a whole difference in the way that you perform.
Yes, it does. You have to be authentic.
Well, there is that. There is that. Empowerment comes from a sense of purpose. How can you help women discover their purpose and passion?
How can I help women discover their purpose and passion? The passion is in your nature. You have it. We are born with that, and you just gotta find it. And that's one of the things I am learning is to listen to myself. How does that feel? What do you think of this? I do think a lot of it, things that feels right, things that feel right and others don't. So I'm starting to kind of get what is best and what is not. If it's not, just let it go. It's gonna be okay. Find find what makes you excited. Find what makes you wake up in the morning and go. You gotta find that purpose. It's your destiny. Life is going to teach you, Vicky, that if you don't listen to it, it's gonna push you and it's gonna push you and it's gonna push you to a level until you really feel it. You feel the pain if you don't listen to it. So if you're not happy there, find your happiness because life is very short. All of a sudden, you're here and then you're there and you don't even know. We don't know. We really have to be evolving all the time, changing, learning, adjusting, being resilient and keep going and just listen to yourself. Just find that thing that drives you to wake up, get up and follow your day and don't stop until you find it because you will if you look for it.
True. What gives you joy?
What gives me joy? I mean, it's to me, it's very simple. What gives me joy? It's like exercising gives me joy. Uh, just simple things to me. It's real simple. Seeing someone smile gives me joy. Just walking out there gives me joy. Being able to move. Food gives me joy.
Do you see why being around Ori is always a mood booster? These are the kind of people you want to surround yourself. People who make you feel better, people who make you laugh, people who surround you and lift you. Ori does that. He does that with everybody that's around her.
Yeah, you gotta find those little pieces of joy throughout the day. Vicky. Every day, find something that makes you happy. Even if it's just that a nice little walk with your dog, with your favorite person. But you gotta do something that makes you happy every day. Mhm.
Are you competitive or not competitive?
Yes and no. I'm competitive against myself. I find the people that I admire. I am always competing against what I haven't done. And I do, honestly, I do give myself time to rest. That I just want to do anything.
What does your future look like in 2024?
I'm working on a few plans. I like to write down my plans to see them. I have a vision board. I always make it every year for what I want to do, etc. And I'm very detailed on what I want. So if I said I'm going to buy a car, I put the price of what I need and what I want. And so I do have a few things, a few changes, and for good. We're getting married. That's another change, another plan. So you'll see some of the plans I have, and I'm working hard on them. And sometimes you just have to focus on them and just making things happen. But real estate is definitely my plan 2024 to continue for sure.
I'm not surprised with that. And so the way you described that to me is if you have a vision and it's whether it's business or a purchase, you have to know the numbers, what it's going to cost and
Mhm.
what you're going to invest. And then you figure it out and what it's going to be in your time allowance and your effort.
Yes, Vicky, I believe that whatever you have in mind, you have to be very specific with what you want. I have to learn to manage most of, I mean, my life for sure. But I need to learn to see what is what I want and put numbers, the details, timelines, and it's not like you have to focus on that forever. You can change it. You can change your goals. If I have a goal for 2024 to do something, and life is going to teach you sometimes that it's not what you planned, and that's okay because sometimes it's better. So maybe it's gonna take me until 2025, 2026. I don't know. But at least I know that this is what I want and I'm gonna be working towards it. So that's
Absolutely.
where I'm focused on. Yeah.
Absolutely. Just like this podcast, I started it back in 2019. Didn't air it until just this month. But you know what? I've been making progress and there's real life happen. Real life happen. And so you don't beat yourself up. You just keep moving forward. So what do you do for fun? What does fun Ori do?
My fun is dancing. I love dancing.
What kind of dancing?
I mean, any kind of dancing. I pretty much I do the Latin dancing.
Oh,
Yeah,
fun.
that's one of my favorites. I am very, very active. It's part of my happiness. Sometimes when I go to the movies, I really enjoy being at home also. Mhm.
Describe yourself as the badass woman.
I see myself as I am very driven. I am disciplined. I'm not going to say very disciplined. I am disciplined. And because I also give myself time to relax, to take my days off, to feel good about myself, just a good rest. I I have a lot to learn, Vicky. As I said, I'm a work in progress constantly. Sometimes I'm not self-confident. Sometimes I don't feel happy, and that's okay. It's okay not to feel happy sometimes. Nothing wrong with that, girls.
Not
But
at all.
I am a very strong woman. I'm a very strong person. You gotta see my muscle. No, no, it's not that. It's I'm mentally strong. And I have to say I'm very resilient. That's how I feel. I'm a badass person.
All of these things that you've mentioned, that didn't come to you overnight. You've had to make sure that you, your resilience, that you had to make sure you were disciplined and putting one foot in front of the other, and your work life balance. People are always trying to find that. But I think you have achieved a good level of it to be in real estate and still be able to have your time off.
Mhm. Yes, exactly. Because being in real estate, you're dealing constantly with disappointments. Uh, you're dealing with things that fail, that fall through, and sometimes things that you have to save, to work around it. Always being a problem solver. That's very important. And just go on. Just keep going. There is nothing wrong with things that don't work out. Just keep going. Keep your mind straight. and go on to the next one. Uh, Life is full of disappointments as well, and we all fail, and that's okay.
It is okay.
We all learn. Mhm. Yeah,
Yes, it
it
is.
is
You
fine.
learn from that.
Mhm. Yeah. And it's not just
Absolutely.
real estate, in life as well. In life, we're going to fail. Keeping a balance is so hard. And I'm not going to say anyone does it perfectly, because we are giving 100% here. So we're not giving any to the other part of your life. So sometimes you're going to give the 50, others you're going to give only the 10, 30, 40. You just can't do it all. And you got to admit that you cannot be doing it all. Mhm.
So you find yourself not just a kickboxer, but you're also a juggler
Yes, of
and a
course.
magic
You
act.
got to do that.
You got to be a magician to be able to pull some of those ever-changing, volatile things in the real estate market to make it all work. 'Cause it
Yes,
changes all the time.
yeah, it does. Especially in the last years, it's been so
Oh,
different, and you gotta learn and adjust, and you can keep on learning, keep on learning. Just because you had this much experience doesn't mean you know. No, it thinks it's going to change again, and you gotta adjust your.
not only did I think Ory is a badass woman because she's very successful, she has a very fun-filled spirit. And you are always in the top of your realty agency, right? I mean, you're always being acknowledged.
Yeah, I'm very thankful for the team I'm with. We have a lot of support, so that's part of your success, and that's you know surrounding yourself with the right people has a lot to do with your well-being as well. You have to have the right people around you. Mhm.
You're very humble. You're very successful. You're comfortable with your success, but that's not all of who you are.
Right. It's uh, you know, and that's one of the things when it comes to success, we all think it's because you got the awards here, or you make this much money, and success is really defined in different ways. I would say for mother is her kids, and she's raising them. She doesn't have the awards, but she's very successful because she's raising those kids.
That's the legacy.
Someone else, yeah, someone who is not making a lot of money, but it's making a difference in this work because of the job that they're providing. They're doing that's success. I would
Mhm.
consider it success,
Right.
100%.
Success is not just money, and you make a difference. You're always giving back into the community. As we conclude, what takeaway or advice would you like to leave other ladies who are in their journey of becoming a badass or who are already a badass?
I would say listen to yourself first. Listen to what you want, what your call is. We all were born with a call here. Set yourself for success. Surround yourself with the right people. Uh, don't be afraid of finding the call that you have to give. Don't expect everything be given to you, because it won't. Don't wait for everything to come to you. Go find it. It's out there for you, and it's just waiting. It's just a matter of time. If you keep looking, it's going to happen. If you keep on learning, you're gonna be able to teach. Make sure that you also give, not just expecting to get, give as well. And you just enjoy, have fun in the process, because sometimes it would take 10 years. It might take 1 year, but have fun throughout the process. You are here for a purpose, and you are loved. Love yourself, listen to yourself, what feels right and what feels wrong. You know it. So don't stop until you get that thing that you want. And then if you get it, go get more, go back for more.
Keep that list evolving so that way it keeps you fresh and keeps you young and
Mhm.
and helping yourself evolve into the best that you can be.
Mhm. Yes. You just learn a lot throughout life. You just never know. And you're always going, every time you meet a person, you're going to learn something good from that person. Always.
You bet. Well, thanks again for being here this morning. I really appreciate your time. Until our next adventure in squeezing lemons and sporting the rose-colored glasses, you be safe, have fun, and keep up the kickbox.
Thank you, Vicky. It was nice talking to you. Thank you so much.
Have a fabulous day.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining me for a little fun on Badass Women and Those in Training podcast.
squeezing lemons and sporting rose-colored glasses on all kinds of topics for you, my fabulous, fearless friends. That's it for today. So until our next conversation, this is Vicki Nevins, your host of Badass Women in Losing Training, making a difference one episode at a time. It's real conversations with extraordinarily fierce women. May we know them, may we be them, and may we raise them. Bye now.